Happy Friday! It's Tony Stanrod here with another episode of Friday with Friends. And this week, I have another special guest. Last week, we talked to my middle child, daughter. And this week, I've got my oldest daughter. Why don't you introduce yourself to everybody?
Hi, I'm Bae Stanrod. I am 13 and I will be a freshman in high school next year.
Unbelievable. That still pains me when I hear that. A freshman. Like, what's happening? All right, so we're just going to do what I talked about last week with this. My goal and my intent is just to introduce you to people in my life, to make some connections. You get to know people a little better, hear some stories, keeping it simple. But last week when I was talking to June, my middle daughter, I asked her a question that if she thought all of my dad jokes were funny. So if I ask you that question, what would you say?
They're not necessarily, well, some of them are funny, but the majority of them are just stupid. Like they make you say, really? Did you really make a joke about that?
Okay, so we're gonna put that to the test right now. I couldn't wait to break these dad jokes out. I've got like a 2-hour list of them. So we're gonna sit here and go through not every one of them, but we are going to go through some dad jokes. So Bae, are you ready? I'm a little worried about this because I think you're gonna laugh so hard that I might end up having to resuscitate you.
Oh,
so
okay.
We're gonna give it a shot. Bae, are you ready for this?
Never
Let's
will
see.
be.
Don't crack a smile. Okay.
Wait on.
Why did the ventriloquist go live with his dad?
I have no idea.
Because mama didn't raise no dummy?
No.
What do you call a guy that keeps my daughter out late on a date night?
I don't know.
An ambulance.
I don't get that one.
What do you call a rodent with a machine gun?
Something that should not be alive.
Rat-tat-tat-tat-tat!
That reminded me of a meme.
Did you hear about the light bulb party?
I did not.
It's pretty lit. What do you call a group of baby soldiers?
I don't know.
An infantry.
That's a good one. That one makes sense.
What do you call a middle-aged man on stairs?
I don't know.
Stepdad. And finally, what kind of shoes do ninjas wear?
Sneakers.
Sneakers is one of my favorites because I like ninjas and shoes for that matter. So thanks, Bae, for being a good participant. You did laugh.
I laughed on the Ratata one.
Yeah.
There's a meme.
So my kids do have a sense of humor. Thanks for letting us do that and just humoring us for a moment. So, Bae, my biggest question, I guess, is so everybody's kind of dealing with this pandemic in different ways and responding to it in different ways. So, I am a 38-year-old man that has a certain perspective on this. But I wanted to find out from the mind and the heart and the eyes of a 13-year-old, what are you seeing in this pandemic? Like, how are you responding to it? What the good things about it, bad things about it? Are there any good things about it? How many bad things are there about it?
Okay, so one thing good for me is that I'm fortunately still able to do the things I love, but just like minor setbacks of online, and sometimes with Zoom. I dance, so my dance classes are on Zoom, and Zoom can be finicky, especially with Wi-Fi. And sometimes the music doesn't match up to the dancing, and there's minor setbacks, but in all, I'm still able to dance, and I'm grateful for that. I'm also still able to meet every week with my youth group and talk about the sermon on Sunday, which is also online. So I'm still able to do everything I do in normal life that I usually go to, like with other people, but it's online. So we're all still able to experience that, and I'm just thankful for that. Mm-hmm. A bad thing is, I guess, the exact opposite. Like, I'm not able to do the things that I normally do. Mm-hmm. My school is also over now. So I kind of had, like, a mindset for some reason of, like, well, school's over, so I don't have to do anything else, and we're just home free. But even though, like, I liked my dance classes, I kind of had this, like, resentment going into it, like, I still have to do this. Mm-hmm. And same with like my youth group, but I love my youth group so much. And once I get on there, it's a ton of fun. So, yeah.
So everything that you just talked about is all centered mainly around relationships,
Yes.
activities with other people, that kind of thing. Yeah. So I think we touched on the same thing last week, and I think we can all agree. Like, yeah, we're definitely seeing the importance of connections and how important you all are to myself and my family. So, what makes you laugh the hardest?
This year we homeschooled. So the year before that, I was in public school. Are you talking about like in quarantine? That makes
No, just in
Oh,
general.
in general.
What makes you
So,
laugh the hardest?
My friends. I used to laugh all day, every day during my homeroom because I had my friends and they would crack me up. And I didn't usually like crack up a lot like normally, but like going to school, they're so funny. And this year, while we homeschooled, I didn't really have that chance, so I can't wait to go to school next year with some of my friends and just laugh again. Because I love that feeling of like laughing so hard your stomach hurts.
Yeah, man. That's some good pain. Laugh so hard that your stomach hurts.
Yeah.
So you're 13,
Yes.
going into 9th grade.
Yep.
My goodness, that's crazy. So what are some goals that you have for the next 4 years of your life?
So next year I'm going to a school that specializes in the arts, and I got into the dance program, so I dance a lot. That's like my thing, how I express myself. And I've never really been like taught professionally like strict dance, like this is how you do this. It was kind of just like make this dance and make it however you want, and we weren't really taught technique. So hopefully this year I'm able to expand my technique and grow, I guess, in technique basically, and be able to do more stuff correctly.
Yeah. So this girl can dance, and she got every bit of that talent, not from me, because I can't dance whatsoever. So very proud of you and your dancing. And very happy to have you on this edition of Friday with Friends/Family. So this is my oldest daughter, Bay Stanrod. Thanks for tuning in again. We will do this again next week. And I might have another special guest that will give us a perspective from a different demographic and age group. And that ought to be a fun conversation. So make sure you tune in again next week. Bay, you got any last words before we sign off here?
Stay safe and be cool.
Stay safe, be cool. Appreciate you watching this. Love you guys. Peace out.